Now that you've been working with the tactile sensation of the underside of a table or a desk on the upstroke, let's put it to work over the theremin and the volume loop. We're going to do essentially the same exercise with a few variations. All you have to do is repeat the rhythm that we work on. We'll first start with that very slow 4/4 beat. It's going to feel different than it did when you had something physical to hit. And as you get more rapid and the rhythms get more intricate, it is completely normal for this to feel more difficult. So, all I'd like you to do is listen once, and then you'll do it for yourself. We'll do 4 counts, or 4 measures of this. Listen. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you have it? Get ready to try it. 1, 2, 3, go. That's it. Go back and do it a number of times. Try to get your playing to be as close to being on the beat of that metronome as possible, regardless of the divisions, regardless of how rapid. Go back, try it a few times, and then move on. We're ready to move on to 3/4 time, 3 beats per measure, as we did in the last lesson. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. An interesting variation before we get into these rhythms with the metronome is to see if you can use articulation as a dynamic to accent one or more of the beats. So as opposed to making them all even and even tempered in terms of volume, can you only make the first beat loud and the other 2 soft? Give that a try. Pause your video, try it a few times, and then come back. Working with that kind of a dynamic, where you're trying to put the accent on one beat and increase the volume, can really help your dexterity. Now let's turn on the metronome, and we're going to do the same rhythms that we did in the previous lesson. Here's your beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll do it first, the entire sequence, and then it's your turn. Here we go. And remember, record yourself, and the pitch is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what pitch you use. We're concerned with articulation and rhythm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. That's what you're shooting for. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How did you do? I suggest rewinding. That's right. Again, rewind, do it a number of times. Practice this. We will be using different volume loop techniques, but for now, just use the wrist. This will help increase stamina in 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here's a little bit of a more complex rhythmic sequence, just like it was from the previous lesson. Listen to it a couple of times and try it on your own. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Get ready. It's your turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You may need to go back and listen to that a couple of times before you can get that sequence right. Give it a try. Now we're going to work with 5/4 time as we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you recall that the rhythm is steady regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very simple. That should be very easy for you to do and stay right on beat with the metronome. Now let's turn the metronome off for a second, and just as we did with 3/4, let's talk a little bit about using dynamics in the articulation to accent certain notes. Since we're basically doing a steady rhythm, do you remember the divisions of 5/4 time? 2 plus 3, 3 plus 2. 2 plus 3 is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and the accent would be on the 1 and the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if you can do that. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you hear how it's louder on the 1 and the 3? Let me try that again. This takes some getting used to. Give that a try. Pause the video and just try it on your own. Then come on back. You're back. Let's try 3 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. In other words, the accent is on the 1 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try it. 1, 2. It can feel very awkward, and it's a lot more challenging than it seems. Give that a try, and come on back, and now the metronome work. We've got our standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the first rhythm we'll work with. You have it? Listen again, and then you're on your own. I'm going to do it 2 times, and then it's up to you. Okay. Pause the video. Go back. Work with that rhythm. And now we're ready to move on to the second rhythm in 5/4. We're going to get a little bit more complicated as we did before. Listen very carefully and see if you can pick this up. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Are you hearing that rhythm? Da 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 da. That's what you've got to do. I'll give you a 2 count. It's up to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. How'd it feel? That one's a toughie. It really can be tough. Keep working with this. As I said, increases your stamina, your endurance, and your ability to maintain a rhythm. Always try to keep it right on those metronome beats. And get ready for the next lesson.